Hey there, everybody. This is
Hey.
Falcor Dragon, and that is Movie Goddess. We actually got her back here for once in a long time. And so, here's the situation. By the way, love the headphones.
They're my daughters.
We finally, we had to
ridiculous.
both have headphones to have this work, but I know she looks ridiculous, and I love it. But in a good way. You look ridiculous in a good way. You look like a Disney character, which
Right.
leads in perfectly to our Disney Hamilton reaction. So, here's the situation. She is nervous, but she's not a big fan of. She has a hard time with really fast dialogue, really fast, and so the rapping in Hamilton definitely. When she tried to watch a couple videos of it, it caused her some trouble just keeping up with the story, and so it might not be a good fit for her to watch a full reaction. But
And I know nothing political.
and she's knows very much nothing political. That's why I'm here. No, I've told her a little bit, but which she's probably forgotten, I'm sure. Anyway, so we are going to be doing a reaction that I did a little while ago, but she's going to get to watch it this time. The first one is going to be, we're going to do a couple of them. We're going to kind of split them up here. But the first one is going to be Lin-Manuel Miranda coming in, doing a spoken word version. He was invited in to do a spoken word version of the story Alexander Hamilton, the beginning song of the musical, before there was a musical. And then he came back and did it 8 years later with the cast, which is, talk about a major bragging point, showing that, see, you were right about me, to trust me to come on and do your show. Anyway, so we're going to have her watch that and react to that, and then we are going to, what's up?
Dog.
Outside or inside?
Trying to get in.
Okay, I forgot to move that garbage can. Oh well, that's fine. At least they know I have a garbage can. It exists.
There.
Despite the stuff I've got thrown on my chair. Anyway, that's okay. So, here we go. The first one is Lin-Manuel Miranda, looking so young. Because you know what he looks like from Mary Poppins and stuff. But this is him when he was much younger, before he was famous, before he was that famous, anyway. And here we go.
My God. I'm thrilled the White House called me tonight
looks like a baby.
because
I know, that's what
I'm
I
actually
thought.
working
He's like such a baby.
on a hip-hop album. It's a concept album about the life of someone I think embodies hip-hop, Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton. You laugh, but it's true. He was born a penniless orphan in St. Croix of illegitimate birth, became George Washington's right-hand man, became Treasury Secretary, caught beef with every other founding father, and all on the strength of his writing. I think he embodies the word's ability to make a difference. So I'm going to be doing the first song from that tonight. I'm accompanied by Tony and Grammy-winning music director Alex Lacamoire.
If you have any questions, let me know. I can pause if there's something you really missed.
Anything you need to know. I'll be playing Vice President Aaron
he's
Burr.
not married yet. No worries.
And snap along if you like.
Yeah, not there.
How does a bastard orphan son of a whore and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they had placed him in charge of the trade and charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered or carted away across the waves, our Hamilton kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came, devastation reigned, and our man saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain.
That's where he wrote the story. Remember I told you when he wrote about a hurricane when he was a kid? And he got all his neighbors and friends got together and said, we need to send this guy to school. Remember that?
Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world is gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. His name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things he hasn't done. But just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt-ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in their own sick, the scent thick. And Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with a cousin, the cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside, a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead and destitute without a cent of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and other things he can't afford. Scamming for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land. In New York you can be a new man. The ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rep, America forgot him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. Alexander Hamilton, we were waiting in the weeds for you. You could never back down, you always had to speak your mind. But Alexander Hamilton, we could never take your deeds from you. In our cowardice and our shame, we will try to destroy your name. But the world will never be the same, Alexander. Yeah.
He's so nervous there.
I'm the damn genius that shot him.
He said, and you could see him like going like this, looking around at the, looking out. It looks like he's looking around the audience. He was actually looking around like, okay, if these guys turn on me, which way do I go to get out of here? He's looking for an escape route. But yeah, so that was how it started. And that was just, they tried to, the White House traditionally brings in like artists or performers or different things, but they'd never done spoken word type of art. And so when they brought it in, they thought they'd do that to bring something new. And so he was one of the people they brought in for this poetry jam, And so then he came back 8 years later after the musical had taken off and grown in popularity, and the whole cast performed the exact same thing, but you see how much they've improved.
We want to take you live.
For one, he even admits he's not the best singer, So he wrote the part in his
How
range.
does a
and stuff.
bastard orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten
He's the one that
spot in
plays
the
Aaron Burr in the movie.
Caribbean, by providence
the musical.
impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar. The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading chart.
So he plays John Lawrence, who is one of the founding fathers, who actually died right after the Revolutionary War, but also he also plays Alexander's son in the musical, in the second act. And so there's a part later where he says something by himself, and he's saying that as his son, but here he's talking as John Lawrence. Okay. That guy, one of my favorites, he's hilarious in his songs, but he plays Lafayette, Marquis de Lafayette.
I was like, from True Blood.
No. But he was a guy from France who came over and helped because he was like, and then he basically came to help. He got France to help with
You're losing me.
France came and helped with the Revolutionary War. Anyway, so he was a guy from France, that came to help during the war. And then the next guy is a guy called Hurricane Mulligan. What a great name. And he was a tailor's apprentice who then used that as a spy among the British. And then you got Alexander Hamilton and George Washington. You know who they are, roughly.
And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or
He played his
barter.
son?
Then a hurry.
No, he did.
Oh, okay. I was like, that makes a little more sense.
He plays Lafayette,
Okay.
the French guy. And then this is Hurricane Mulligan.
Hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future
look, he's married now.
dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain.
See, I
and he
would've
wrote
never
his
looked
first
at that.
refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around. They said, this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came. And the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton.
I love the little grin on her face. You could tell that she was
She's
used
gone
to...
cross-eyed.
What?
She's gone cross-eyed.
Well, but I'm saying you could tell that she's used to people laughing there, and she was waiting for the audience to laugh, I think. What?
Alexander Hamilton.
She's like
My name is
waiting in the...
Your eyes
Alexander
up?
Hamilton.
A little bit, yeah.
There's a million things I haven't done.
Yes, that's Philippa Sue. She plays his wife.
Just you wait.
When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt-ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his
And that's
mother
Washington.
bedridden, half
She got
dead,
lucky.
sitting in their own sick, the scent thick.
Alex got better, but his mother went quick.
Moved in with a cousin, the cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but
So far, he's
ruined
the
pride.
best one.
Something new inside, a voice saying,
His voice hits me deep in
started
there.
retreating and
Something
leaving
about
every treatise on the shelf.
There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a sense of restitution. Started working for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford, scamming for every book
see
he
they
can
used to
get
read
his
it while
hands
they're
on.
doing this on
Planning for the
stage.
future,
They
see him
don't know what to do
now
with
as he
themselves.
stands on the bow of a ship, headed for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man.
Just you wait. New York, you can just you wait. New York, you can be a new man. New York, just you wait.
Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton.
I'm waiting in the wings for you.
Waiting in the wings for
You
you.
never back down. You never learn to take your time. Oh,
Alexander Hamilton, Alexander
when
Hamilton.
America sings for you, will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Oh.
The ship is in the harbor now. See if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rep. America forgot him.
We fought with him.
Me, I died for him. Me,
I trusted him.
Me, I loved him.
and me, I'm the damn fool that shot him.
There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait.
What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton.
Okay, so that is. I just realized too. Well, first of all, what do you think? You see this between the two.
I think it only improved because there were better singers.
That is definitely true. That is definitely true.
I still think, what's his name? This plays Alexander Hamilton.
Lin-Manuel
Is better
Miranda.
than all of them except for that one.
Well, not Philippa,
Guy.
not the girl.
Yeah.
You haven't heard her really sing.
Well, in this.
Yeah, when she's doing the talk singing, that doesn't really show you much of it. Okay, so hey everybody, this is Falcor Dragon and Movie Goddess. here doing another reaction to another Hamilton-related thing. She has not seen the movie yet. She's seen little snippets, but she hasn't seen this yet. So this is one that particularly moved me, and it is Hamilton's farewell address, also known as One Last Time, or not Hamilton, Washington's farewell address. But the thing that makes this especially moving is that it is right before Obama stepped down after his 8 years. And so this is a song about Washington making the decision to step down after 8 years. And that kind of set the precedent for pretty much every, president afterwards. If he hadn't, you never know, he might have stayed well, he actually died 2 years after Washington did. And so, but if he hadn't stepped down, presidents might have run for as long as congressmen run, as being there for 20 years or more, But this really started the precedent of we need to step down. We don't want a king, we want a president, So that's why this was. And Obama's listening to this, knowing that he's going to be, out of office very soon after this. So, and I love that when this guy gets singing, even the backup singers have tears, coming down their face. I mean, they're performing in the show, so they're not just. But they know what it means to be standing in front of Obama at that point. Anyway.
Mr. President, you asked to see me. I know you're busy. What do you need, sir? Sir?
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you've heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for his behavior.
Talk less.
I'll use the press. I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him.
I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind.
No. He's stepping down so he can run for president.
Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down. I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax. Have a drink with me. One last time. Let's take a break tonight, and then we'll teach him how to say goodbye. To say goodbye. You and I.
No, sir, why?
I want to talk about neutrality.
Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best
I
time?
want to warn against partisan fighting. But pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned.
As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve.
No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I.
Mr. President, they will say you're weak.
No, they will see we're strong.
Your position is so unique.
So I'll use it to move them along.
Why do you have to say goodbye?
If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. One last time.
One last time. In reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible of
the
my
actual
defects not to think it probable
address that
I
was
may
written.
have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence. That after 45 years of my life, dedicated to its service with an upright zeal. The faults of incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion, as I myself must soon be to the mansions of rest. I anticipate pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of good laws under a free government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, the happy reward as I trust of our mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time. Teach 'em how to say goodbye. You and I. Going home. History has its eyes on you, yeah. We're gonna teach 'em how to say goodbye. Teach 'em how to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye one last time.
Okay.
They said Obama was going to stand and then they all stand.
Yeah, you see what I mean about his voice being the most powerful.
That's Meg.
This
And
phrase.
what an incredible gift these folks have given to the United States of America. It is rare where a piece of art can remind us about what's best in ourselves. And that's what these guys have done.
Yeah.
And that is a great gift. So with that, let me know how to say goodbye. Thank you so much, everybody. Good luck.
Yeah, that's the one that gets me. Especially when you're watching it in the show and seeing how hard he fought to get to that point, get the nation made, and then stepping down, you know, it's such a sacrifice that he made that top people. Now we kind of take for granted that presidents are only going to be around for 2 terms, but, you know, he had the chance to really, you know, reign as a king almost, you know, and he made the sacrifice to step down so that, because he knew that people are depending so much on him, that the nation kind of looked at him as a king, and if he did that, then if he dies, you know, the nation could just fall apart. But if he set the precedent of this is what we do, you know, serve and then step down, serve and step down, that meant the nation could keep going. Like I said, it'll survive me when I'm gone, you know. So yeah, that was the one that every time I watch gets me tearing up. So I think I told you, I don't know, maybe I didn't. Hamilton famously had an affair with a woman when his wife was out of town, and then they kind of kept it on, and he actually paid hush money.
Mm-hmm.
But his sister, the one you saw the thing where his sister and he had this like chemistry where, you know, thought, oh, okay, you know, a lot of people thought that they were actually having an affair, even though there's no actual evidence that they were, but she definitely talked like she wanted there to be an affair. But so when she
That was the last one.
yeah, I'm just gonna show you this one. This is the last one.
No, the other one was-
This is just no. I said this one. I said 4, but so they took this song out of the play. It was in the play for a long time, but it eventually ended up out of it, like so the Disney one doesn't have it in here, and it's just a short little thing, but it's Angelica, the one that, you know, stepped aside so her sister could be with him in the play, confronting him after the affair was found out, but they weren't going to tell anyone, some of the other founding fathers, and so he, in order to prevent anyone, you know, coming after him and saying that he was embezzling money, or saying, because they found out about the check stubs, that he had been paying this guy off. And so he wrote what's called the Reynolds pamphlet, which was just basically telling about everyone about the affair, and he just put it out there. And so, which of course devastated his wife, and, you know, indirectly actually caused the death of his son, because his son, trying to defend his honor, got killed in a duel right before Hamilton got killed in the duel, actually, ironically, in the same spot, or roughly the same spot. But so this is just a little funny one. This is the older sister confronting him about coming clean about the affair.
Angelica.
Alexander! Congratulations. You have invented a new kind of stupid. A damage you can never undo kind of stupid. And open all the cages in the zoo kind of stupid. Truly, you didn't think this through? Kind of stupid. Let's review. You took a rumor a few, maybe two people knew, and refuted it by sharing an affair of which no one has accused you. I begged you to take a break, you refused to. So scared of what your enemies will do to you, you're the only enemy you ever seem to lose to. You know why Jefferson can do what he wants? He doesn't dignify schoolyard taunts with a response. So yeah, congratulations.
Angelica.
You've redefined your legacy. Congratulations.
It was an act of political sacrifice.
Sacrifice? I languished in a loveless marriage in London. I lived only to read your letters. I look at you and think, God, what have we done with our lives, and what did it get us? That doesn't wipe the tears or the years away, but I'm back in the city and I'm here to stay, and you know what I'm here to do.
Angelica.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. And a million years ago she said to me, this one's mine. So I stood by. Do you know why? I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Eliza is the best thing in our lives. So never lose sight of the fact that you have been blessed with the best wife. Congratulations. For the rest of your life, every sacrifice you make is for my sister. Give her the best life. Congratulations.
Anyway, so I decided you'd get a kick out of that. I don't know. Because, I mean, could you imagine that situation? You step aside because your sister said that she loved somebody, and then he ended up hurting her, and you're there to be with her. She apparently doesn't want a divorce, but she's not happy, and she actually had him sleep in his office, you know. And eventually, when their son died, actually brought it back together. But I just imagine from the woman's point of view, you never had a sister, like you know.
There's a reason for that. God knew I would not handle one.
Yes, you'd be like, nope, sorry, sister, he's mine.
Only one of us can survive.
I think you were a twin. You just ate her in the womb. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. And if you liked our reaction, be sure to tell her how much she needs to come and react to these shows with me, and so I can actually get her butt in the seat more often. And like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much.
As always, we love ya.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.